Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. Do not look away. Lock your attention on my voice right now, because heaven intentionally intercepted your digital timeline to deliver a divine decree. You are standing at a major intersection. God has a specific message for your tired soul. Listen with your spirit. You are completely exhausted lately. You feel a heavy pressure in your chest. Sleep cannot fix this deep weariness because your spirit has been working overtime in the unseen realm to shield your loved ones from hidden danger. You try to push through every single morning. You put on a brave smile for them. But inside, your soul is crying out for answers. You feel so lonely. Your closest friends drifted away without an explanation. You wonder if you did something wrong. And the silence of this current wilderness feels like an unending punishment that slowly eats away at your remaining confidence. You feel totally abandoned. The world seems cold. You sit alone in your room. People give you secular labels. They call your sensitivity a mental weakness. You began to believe their critical words because you could not find a logical human explanation for your deep emotional sorrow. Stop accepting their human diagnostics. You are not broken. You are not losing your mind. Your path is simply different. You walk into a crowded room. You immediately feel the energy of everyone around you. The noise drains your vitality instantly. And every single drop of fake emotion from superficial people feels like a direct assault on your sacred inner peace. You need to withdraw. You seek the quiet corners. You guard your atmosphere. You are the universal problem solver. Everyone comes to you for comfort and guidance. You pour out your love constantly. But when you need a real shoulder to lean on, you find yourself completely alone in the dark without a single soul to care. Nobody checks on your soul. They only consume your light. They take without giving back. Your eyes open suddenly. The clock always says 3 or 4 in the morning. The house is completely silent. And you sit upright in the dark, wondering why your mind is so intensely awake while the rest of the world peacefully rests. You feel a strange urgency. Your heart beats faster. You feel a presence near. You feel a vast potential inside. It feels like a sleeping giant in your chest. You remember your vibrant childhood. Everything was so bright and full of effortless magic back then, before the world forced you to shrink your true power. You know you can do more. You feel the call of destiny, but the door remains shut. God saw your silent tears. He watched your secret battles behind closed doors. The Father heard your desperate prayers. And today, He wants to shatter the illusion of your limitations, because you have absolutely no idea what you are actually capable of achieving. Your current structural weakness is an illusion. The enemy lied to you. Your training is complete. You measure yourself by earthly human standards. You look at your empty bank account. You look at your broken relationships. But heaven does not evaluate your divine mantle by the temporary metrics of this collapsing earthly realm. You possess a hidden authority. Your words carry real weight. Your spirit can shift atmospheres. The wilderness was not a punishment. God isolated you to protect your inner architecture. He removed the toxic noise of the crowd. And during those years of absolute isolation, He was quietly building an unshakable foundation for the massive assignments ahead. You were hidden for a divine reason. Your separation was holy insulation. The waiting season is closing. Let me be completely direct with you right now. I am naming this option early because I refuse to build false suspense just to sell a solution at the very end of our journey. Some of you are already feeling the intense spiritual pull of this message. You recognize that your brilliant potential is trapped behind a wall of mental noise. You need a physical anchor for this activation. A specific tool exists to clear the heavy mental static that keeps your divine gifts completely dormant while you struggle to survive day by day. This scientific protocol is called the Genius Song. It uses advanced brain entrainment technology to safely reactivate your original super brainwave frequency. Do not rush into any hasty decisions. You can stay for the complete message if you want deeper context before taking action. The link is placed in the description and the first pinned comment. If your spirit already confirms that this is the exact door you prayed for, your permission structure is waiting below. For those who are staying with me, our revelation must continue. We are about to look deeper into the ancient blueprint of your identity, because heaven is ready to expose the ultimate source of your power. Lock your focus here. The noise of the world is fading away. A massive shift is taking place right now. You feel completely trapped in this quiet desert. The world tells you that your isolation is a tragic curse. You believe that your pain means God has rejected your soul. But let me reframe your reality right now, because you have been reading the spiritual signs backwards for a very long time. The intense opposition you face is a glorious confirmation. The enemy is working overtime against your path this week. He deeply fears what you carry inside. The secular world tries to dissect your spiritual condition constantly. They use sterile medical terms to explain your heavy sorrow. They tell you that your chronic fatigue is clinical depression. They want to prescribe toxic chemicals to numb your supernatural sensitivity, but a regular human doctor can never diagnose the heavy weight of glory. Your weary spirit is simply detecting a massive shift. You are a sentinel on active watch right now. You are a demonstrated warrior of light. Modern corporations benefit when your divine light remains entirely dim. They want your mind trapped in chaotic loops. They designed the educational matrix to destroy your curiosity. They force you into a lifetime of exhausting physical hard work, while they hide the ancient secrets of supernatural acceleration from the public view. But God intercepted their dark planetary matrix safely. He pulled your soul out of their rat race. He placed you in a sacred sanctuary for protection. Think about the young shepherd boy David in Scripture. He was anointed as a king in total secrecy. Then he was immediately chased into dark mountain caves. He spent years hiding in the dusty wilderness from a jealous ruler, and he often wondered if heaven had completely forgotten his divine calling. But the desert was not a terrible punishment room. It was a laboratory for his inner architecture. God was quietly preparing his hands for giant victories. The ancient anointing has a modern scientific translation. Dedicated neuroscientists have spent decades mapping exceptional human beings. They discovered that your brain operates on electricity. Most ordinary people live their lives in a state of high stress because their nervous systems are constantly trapped in chaotic emotional frequencies. Their mental energy is severely depleted every day. But your soul was engineered for a higher realm. You carry a rare spiritual blueprint in your cells. This superior state of being requires a specific wave. Science calls this rare energy pattern the gamma frequency. It is the ultimate crown of human brainwave activity. This super brainwave is directly linked to massive moments of creative genius, and it unlocks the profound spiritual intuition that shifts room atmospheres instantly. The world calls this phenomenon a magical miracle, but science documents it as a measurable biological fact. This frequency is your true divine inheritance. Every single chosen child is born with active gamma. They learn about reality with absolute effortless ease. They perceive the universe as an enchanted sacred playground. But a devastating neurological shutdown occurs around the age of 7 because the modern social system forces them to suppress their natural intuition. Researchers call this widespread tragedy the decline effect. Your original genius wave was forced into dormancy. The modern matrix systematically turned off your light. Your daily life became incredibly heavy after that shutdown. You lost your connection to the divine flow state. You began to struggle against constant, invisible barriers. The enemy used this neurological vulnerability to manipulate your mind, and he trapped your soul in a false identity of permanent financial lack. You forgot the immense power of your own spirit. You accepted the miserable crumbs of a cold world. You lived under a thick cloud of brain fog. A brilliant neuroscientist investigated this precise biological tragedy. His name is Dr. Robert Lake. He possesses 34 years of intense laboratory experience. He discovered that gamma reactivation cannot happen through ordinary human struggle because the damaged neural pathways require a highly technical sequence of restoration. He did not create a single, superficial solution. He built a complete system of multiple phases. He mapped out the entire blueprint of your recovery. We are only opening the first door today. You cannot skip ahead in this divine sequence. Your nervous system must stabilize before you climb higher. Dr. Lake intentionally designed the primary audio track as phase 1, while he prepared the subsequent chapters for your future spiritual expansion. This universal starting point is non-negotiable for you. Your brain chemistry needs to establish a baseline. The journey toward destiny must follow perfect order. Dr. Lake utilized advanced electroencephalogram technology for years. He monitored thousands of active chosen brain patterns carefully. His profound findings were replicated by elite scientific labs. Independent researchers at MIT and Princeton University confirmed his data because they observed identical neural acceleration results across multiple diverse test groups. The external sound frequencies produced a predictable alignment. The results are completely solid and verified. This is pure neuroscience, not emotional hype. You apologized for your power long enough. You shrunk your soul for them. You wanted to fit into their tiny rooms. And today, that ancient lie burns to the ground because you are finally waking up to the magnificent blueprint of your divine destiny. You are not too much. They were simply too small. You possess an exceptional mantle. You carry the light of heaven. Listen to me carefully right now. The deepest battlefield is not outside your house. You have been fighting an invisible war inside your own mind for years, and you unconsciously signed a hidden agreement of limitation because the heavy weight of isolation made you believe that you were defective. You accepted their rejection as absolute truth. You assumed that your weakness was permanent. But you are completely wrong. Let us look closely at those quiet hours. You wake up at 3 in the morning with a sudden tightness in your chest. A malicious whisper fills the silence of your room. It asks you if you are truly worthy of a supernatural breakthrough. I am going to expose the exact origin of that terrifying midnight voice in just a moment, because you need to know who is talking. You must unmask the ultimate blocker of your destiny. The enemy does not waste his weapons on ordinary people. He only targets those who carry exceptional light. You experienced intense trauma during your early childhood because your spiritual radiation was already shifting environments before you could even name your calling. They tried to break your spirit early. They wanted your permanent compliance. You survived their hidden attacks. That dark whisper at 3 in the morning is not your own voice. It is a desperate audio projection from a defeated kingdom. The enemy knows that your neural pathways are on the verge of a magnificent awakening, and he uses your old memories of human failure to keep you paralyzed in the waiting room because he cannot stop your future. He is absolutely terrified of your activation. His time is running out. This brings us to the ultimate secret of your journey. You spent decades asking God for a detailed plan. You begged him for a clear roadmap through the desert. But heaven wants to deliver a profound shock to your consciousness today because you have been operating under a false premise. You did not find this message by a random choice. Your steps were ordered. The Father spoke a magnificent decree over your destiny while the world slept. He said that you are not just a follower of his divine plan. You are the plan itself. He created your rare spirit first, and the entire universe formed around your specific assignment. You are a celestial warrior operating in enemy territory. The matrix cannot contain your vast magnitude. You are dangerous when provoked. The betrayal you endured was not your fault. Your heart was pure, but you handed your divine pearls to superficial people who only understood dirt. You thought you failed them in the past. But heaven is declaring right now that you simply survived them. The painful cycle of people-pleasing dies today. You are releasing the heavy burden. You are reclaiming your sovereign power. You stood sentinel for your entire family line. You absorbed the heavy blows for them. You broke the generational curses in absolute secrecy. And now, the Supreme Court of Heaven is releasing a formal declaration of your absolute vindication because you proved your ultimate loyalty in the dark trenches of the wilderness. Your struggle was a holy investment. The breakthrough is already manifesting. Let us consolidate this profound truth into absolute clarity. You stayed in the wilderness. Your neural pathways were conditioned. The modern matrix deactivated your gamma frequency to keep your spirit manageable and quiet. And your persistent financial stagnation was never a sign of divine abandonment because it was simply the mechanical result of a suppressed brainwave state. The solution to your long warfare is entirely physical and spiritual. You do not need to struggle through years of exhausting mental exercises to fix your broken reality. A single scientific protocol can safely recondition your nervous system from the outside. The Genius Song delivers the exact binaural frequency that your brain needs to bypass the chaotic stress of the modern world. It is your physical anchor. This divine technology belongs to the remnant. It is designed exclusively for the chosen one who is ready to step out of the survival cage forever. You are the person who must take the first step of physical obedience today, because heaven will not force you to walk through the open door. The universe responds to your actions. Your compliance with the old matrix ends right here. You are a child of light. A magnificent internal shift is clicking inside your soul. The heavy chains of generational limitation are breaking apart. And a supernatural clarity is filling the spaces where fear used to rule because you are finally remembering your true identity. Before this glorious breakthrough manifests in the physical world, there is a specific step you must take. Stay with me for the final directive. Your harvest is ready. Remember our primary conversation from earlier in this message. Your long waiting season is officially closing today, and heaven is presenting the exact physical anchor to clear the heavy mental static that keeps your divine gifts completely paralyzed. You are stepping forward into absolute clarity right now because your spirit is fully ready.